Hi, everyone. My name is Shafan Mason. Today, my presentation will be on a center known as the Pros of Parenting. This will be a center that I believe can be implemented into any hospital system that has a birthing unit or, a neonatal that hosts any type of neonatal support or any type of neonatal care in general. So what exactly is the pros of parenting? The pros of parenting is a play on words where the pros of parenting and the pros of parenting, pros can be either mean benefit or advantage, or it can be simply short for professional. So exactly what this would be a support center and clinic that we would implement into a hospital to monitor care before a baby is born, so during a woman's pregnancy, and after a baby is born, up until their first year of life. So in this center, I intend on implementing an urgent care style clinic that would focus on pediatrics as well as OBGYN or women's health care. Also, I think in the center, there could be offices that are tailored toward helping people through counseling and therapy, considering that a lot of women have a lot of stress related to dealing with pregnancy or raising children in general. So besides having counseling and therapy, there would also be a support group where women can meet up with people who are going through similar things, who are also raising children. And this wouldn't only be exclusive to women. This could be for single fathers, couples, etc. So that support group would be something very positive to be able to have in the hospital. And basically, this would be a one-stop shop where everything is in the same location. So why exactly do we need this center? First and foremost, because children are the future. So right now is the time where we want to raise them and teach them to be the best human beings that they can be. And part of that is giving them the necessary tools and resources and guidance that we can for them to succeed. And another reason we need this center is to continue to decrease the infant mortality rate through close monitoring. As I mentioned, in that first year of life, this clinic would serve as a way for people to just call and ask general questions if they're concerned that their baby may be sick, or how to identify signs of sickness, or just to understand what is normal with babies that age. Many know that SIDS is very common within a baby's first year of life, so this might be a mean to decrease the rate of that occurring. So this would also be a way to give parents tools and the confidence that they need to be successful. Many people have not been parents before, so there's a lot of stress in knowing that for the first time ever, you're going to be responsible for someone else in life besides yourself. And not only are you responsible for taking care of them, but you're responsible for raising them to become who they may be in the future. And also the last reason we need this center is because we need a means to deliver cost-efficient care. Having a baby can be very expensive, especially if it's something that you're not prepared for. So being able to deliver cost-efficient care will increase access, and more people that have babies that are 1 and under can seek these services. So who exactly needs this center? As I mentioned, new parents, because this is a new experience. So that includes the 4.4 million single mothers that we have this year with one child, or even the 2.6 million single fathers that we have in 2019. adoptive parents, couples, guardians, grandparents, etc., whoever is responsible for raising children for the first time ever. This is a resource that they could take advantage of. So what type of competition is there out there? Well, individually, we'd face the competition of dealing with urgent cares, pediatric offices, OBGYN, and women's health offices and centers, counseling and therapy services, and outside support groups. While these things individually may serve as competition because they extend longer than this one-year program that I'm mentioning, the advantage that the pros of parenting would have over all of these is that they're all in the same area. So someone is able to seek comprehensive care. So when implementing something like this, obviously it's going to cost money, and you'd have to understand how exactly you're going to get this money back. How will you be reimbursed from providing these services? So the cost of implementing this would entail many different things. And one example would just be operating costs. So operating costs such as equipment and technology. Sorry, there's a typo in there, but electronic health records, marketing, and etc. The positive thing about this being located within a hospital would be that they could utilize the equipment and technology of the hospital. While we want to limit it as using the hospital as much as possible, they could seek lab work and other things from the hospital while having, just general equipment in the center. Also, they could rely on the hospital's marketing department to help put them out there to the public, let people know what type of services they offer. And just being in the hospital overall, they can utilize different services, many different services of the hospital. So as well as putting in to this, we need to figure out what we can get back from this. And I felt that a health maintenance organization model of payment would be most appropriate in order to make it cost efficient. So for anyone that's not familiar with a health maintenance organization is an organization that has prepaid costs. So for the center, there would be a monthly fee similar to a membership where a person would be able to pay and they would be able to come and get unlimited services for that month and utilize the center as much as they need to. So as far as implementing this, another thing that we need to consider is physician issues and involvement. As far as involvement goes, decision-making for physicians has declined recently. This is not only an issue, but this explains the involvement as well. Physicians are now being told what they can and cannot do, whereas before they were able to practice more freely based on certain laws and regulations and insurance policies and companies and many different things of that nature. Physicians are often limited on what type of treatment they can provide. Also, another issue that may arise with physicians is being a part of this health maintenance organization, because that would equivalent to lower reimbursement. So instead of being paid how they would for like a fee for service, they may be concerned that they're dishing out a lot of services and they're not getting paid an equal amount in return. So one thing I thought about when I thought about that was a solution to that. I feel that in a health maintenance organization, the overusers kind of make up for the underusers kind of make up for the overusers. So say someone pays their monthly fee, but they only go to counseling once, as opposed to a person who goes to counseling once a week, may go to support group and even visit the doctor. This person that's underusing the services, some of that money may be able to cover the person that's overusing the services. So I think all in all, it'll balance out if played correctly. And also another thing that may be an issue for physicians would be with a health maintenance organization imposing certain restrictions on physicians. Well, in health maintenance organizations, many physicians don't treat patients like they would normally treat patients because, for one reason, they're worried that they're not going to get properly reimbursed, and because there's a limit on how they can treat patients. They may not want to give their best recommendations because those recommendations may require patients to seek services that are out of network or not covered by their insurance plan. So in conclusion, a lot of considerations will have to be made prior to implementing the center, but implementing the pros of parenting will be rewarding in terms of the positive impacts it'll make. Thank you for watching, and here's the resources that I used to gather all of this information. I hope you enjoyed.